Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to round 5 of the Down Under 40k Major. This round, we've got a double up from a previous round, but he was so good, we're bringing him back again. It's Chris Wright, and I will just pull up his pairing right now for everyone. Have to forgive me, unfortunately, with that last round running over, we're still kind of catching up with everything, but we will have the results you need just shortly. But it's Chris Wright versus... one second. The technology on BCP isn't doing the thing that I would like it to. So, in the interim, we have Chris Wright versus Kyle Pearson. So, Orks versus the Space Wolves you saw in round 2, if you were watching. So, for those of you that saw that, you're in for a treat again. Chris is going into a different army, and we're going to see how differently the list evolves based on what it's playing. And for those that haven't, you're about to be introduced to one of my favourite 40k personalities, Christopher Wright, the Terminator of New South Wales himself. Man is an absolute genius when it comes to Warhammer and knows exactly how to do what he needs. So, they're getting ready, they're getting set up for our mission. It is secure Missing Aretfacts, and hopefully that will be on sooner rather than later. So, in the interim, I'm just going to have a quick look. Got Lemon in the chat, let's go, nice singlet. Ah yes, repping the ACT 40k because they were my wonderful little state team last year that I helped coach, and definitely you didn't hear this from me, but they're definitely better than New South Wales. So yes, moving on to the game, we will start discussing quickly, but I would expect we'll run through the lists ever so softly. First list up the rank. We've already been over Chris's, so let's look at Kyle's first. Alright, so Kyle's list is an Orks, Arks of Omen detachment. He is Goths, so we're going to see another Goth pressure list by the looks of it. He has a stratagem for Speed Boss on one of his war bosses. He has Boss Zagstruck, so same as we saw round 1, really fast killy Stormboy war boss. Gazgor Thraka, the Mad Uruk himself. Face-capped war boss, really useful for just holding objectives, really good for pressure, just because he forces multiple turns of engagement to deal with. A war boss on bike with Killy Claw, and stratagem for extra gubbins. So, and Brutal but Cunning. Okay, good. It is the full war boss with competitive edge, so whenever attack fails to hit or wound, or fails armor save, he gets another attack. He's got a Weird Boy with Fisted Gork and Warpath, so +1 hit, and Fisted Gork I will have to check for everyone. He's got 2 units of Beast Snagger Boys, and then 3 units of Gretchen. 1 unit of Commandos, a 5-man, with a Boss Knob with just the Chopper. A unit of Mega Knobs, a 4-man. 4 Power Claws, 4 Custom Shooters. 3 Squighog Boys, 3 Squighog Boys. 30 Storm Boys, and... passing it off, 2 skill rigs. Skill rigs. You know them, you love them, you may love them or hate them. I personally fall into the latter category on that part, but they are here today. One's got Spirit of Dork and Squiggly Curse, the other's got Frazzle and Squiggly Curse. Squiggly Curse is mortal wounds to a particular unit based on 4+, and models in, and Frazzle is every unit within 9 inches of the transport on a 4+ takes D3 mortal wounds. Massive amount of mortal wound output those things can pump out. And he also has a dedicated transport for a truck. Okay. And just as a quick refresher, we also have Chris Wright's list. And we are going to sit and run through that. That is Space Wolves. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he plays this matchup. It's very different to the Dark Angels, although kind of not. There's not as much time with Goth pressure to get into contact. So he's going to struggle to get to turn 3 before he's getting into combat, which is going to be interesting. Because most of the bulk damage from this list comes from those double exploding 6s. So I'm keen to see how he reacts to Goth pressure. He's got the Captain of Bike with a Commie Melter, the Armor of Rust, which is going to be huge in this matchup because that's a Fight Last aura, and a Thunderhammer. That Captain on Bike can heroically intervene 6 inches for CP, which is a really important trait to watch in this game. Could catch Orks off guard, heroic intervene, fight last. It's a massive swing potentially. The Chaplain on Bike, the Wise Orator with Exhortation of Rage and Chemical of Hate, so +2 to charge, and I believe reroll all wounds in combat. Excellent. 2 units of infiltrators with the Helix gauntlets. A unit of 4 aggressors and a unit of 3 aggressors. Judicar. The 2 scout squads that are fully kitted out. Commie Melter, Thunderhammer on the Sergeant, a Melter Gun on one of the scouts, and a Space Wolf Scout with a Plasma Pistol and a Bolt Gun. Then we have Commie Melter and 2 squads of them. 3 squads of them, in fact, my apologies. He's got a unit of Wolf Guard, just Terminators, with Commie Melter Power Sword on all of them except the Sergeant, who has a Lightning Claw instead of a Power Sword. And he's got 3 units of Skyclaws. 3 of them have Melter Guns, my apologies. Sergeant has a Power Fist. And then they also have a Wolfguard Skyclaw leader, which is a second Sergeant of Space Wolves, that has a Storm Shield and a Thunderhammer. There are 3 identical squads of those in the list, which is a lot of output for 110 points. And then he's got 3 units of Long Fangs that are the exact same as each other. He's got 4 Grav Cannons in there. He's got a Pack Leader with a Melter Gun Power Fist, and then a Wolfguard Terminator. So a Terminator that adds into his Devastator squads because he's Space Wolves, that has a Cyclone Missile Launcher, Storm Shield, and a Thunderhammer. So again, for 150 points, it's an absolute steal on durability and damage output. He's got 3 squads of them. They also all have ammonium cherubs, so you can fire one of his weapons once per game again. And then he's got 2 Landspeeder Storms, which are cute little scout transports, and what you're probably going to watch, you'd probably know if you saw round 2. If not, I'll remind again, Landspeeder Storms are Landspeeder transports for scout squads. They have a heavy bolter and a little strength 4 missile launcher. What they do is, after they move, the scout squad can move out of the transport. They cannot charge after doing so, but they can shoot. What you're going to see is Chris potentially using that to deny primary in important moments. And yeah, they're just all around that entire pack, big scout squad with 2 Melter Guns, and their Landspeeder Storm. It's only 110 points. So it's a really efficient tool for denying primary and getting damage where he needs. So I'm really excited to see how he uses them against the Orks. Kyle Pearson is a wizard, says Joseph. Yeah, Kyle Pearson's a wizard, but I'm really curious for this game. I have played against both of these players before, and I think we're in for an absolute treat. This is the Terminator. Like, I do genuinely believe Chris is one of those players that whenever he goes to an event, there is an expectation he does well. So every time you run into him, you start hearing the Latin boss music, like it's a Dark Souls game. He is the final boss of Warhammer to a lot of the locals, and I'm really curious to see how this game transpires and whether or not, because one of the other things I'll note is the winner of this game is locked for the finals. You heard that right. The winner of this game will be in the finals. So let's cut to the board ever so slightly, and we will start talking about everything. Won't be a moment till we do that. The players are just still setting up, so I'll give them a little bit more time. But yeah, any comments in chat about how we think this game is going to go? I'll start a prediction up right now, because I think this is a game where I want to see some predictions. Who is going to win? The Wizard Kyle or the Terminator himself? That is going to be the question. So who is going to win this round? Outcome 1, Chris Wright. And then Kyle Pearson. Okay, so remember, if you've got channel points, you can put those into this, just to get some more of those wonderful, amazing internet points. And submission period, we will go... going in this. Good. Okay. So, all right. So there's a prediction in. No, hang on. Never mind. Something going wrong with that prediction, so I'll sort that out ASAP. But in the meantime, let's go to the table. Alright, so as we can see, the players are still setting up and just running their lists ever so slightly. It looks like the objectives and the terrain is set. The camera has been bumped in the process. I will fix that as soon as the game gets going. I just don't want to distract players while they're talking through and whatnot, so we will get to that. I'm just in the process of changing up all of the names and things, because I don't believe Will Wykov is still playing. I think he will Kyle. One of the other things I will note is this entire tournament so far has been pretty funny from my perspective, because every single person that has been listed as the second player has gone first. So maybe me putting Kyle there is an indication that I believe he is going first. It's like my own little prediction within the game. Obviously, I have no control over dice, despite what I tell people. It's just a fun little coincidence that has been kicking off the entire time. So, excellent. Going to the mission, just so that everyone knows what we're doing. We are playing Secure Missing Aretfacts. Nope, wrong one. I got my mission wrong. Terribly sorry. It looks like we are playing... I'm not sure what they're setting up right now. I believe they might still be setting up objective mark. Because this looks... I'll get back to you on that one. I might have been told the wrong mission when I stepped into the streaming booth earlier. That's okay. We'll get that information updated for you as soon as is humanly possible. So, let us return to discussing. In this game, if they are setting up, they are... Secure is... I think it is actually Secure Missing Aretfacts, but unfortunately the camera is still flipped. That's what threw me off initially. That's good. Okay, so I've got the right information there. Secure Missing Aretfacts, we will do without the overlay just quickly. Is going to be a very interesting mission for both. It's going to force a lot of midboard pressure, and more importantly, Secure Missing Aretfacts is objectives moving. So that's what we're seeing now. Both players get to, the attacker moves an objective, then the defender moves 2, attacker moves the final 1. They can move them 6 inches in any direction. So this is really going to dictate the pace of play for a mission like this. It creates some really interesting scenarios, and there's a massive degree of strategy to how you move your objectives and where they go. So I'm really curious to see how both players end up moving the objectives, if they end up doing so, if I've got the mission. It's been a bit of a long day for me already. I promise I'm doing my best, and we're going to get onto it as soon as possible. It's just a bit of a long round. Obviously, we had a phenomenal game, but it did have to run overtime a bit, so we are just a bit behind on the pace. I will hopefully get that back as soon as possible. Excellent. And yeah, I won't be long updating the primary, then I'll go check with the players as to what secondaries they've selected, and we will discuss that. In the meantime, seeing as they look like they're deploying, I'm going to cut to the players, and we will see how things are going.
Sorry? Oh, yes. So I got both my Beast Snagger boys in Kill Ridge, and I'm putting one 10-man Gretchen in Strategic Reserves, and I got my Mega Knobs in my truck. Alright. So, first 10-man drop, you're going to be 10 Gretchen.
Do you have any object other than the things that
Beast Snagger boys.
It appears we're having a couple of technical difficulties with those player mics again. I will go sort that out as soon as possible so we can get the best game online as we can. In the interim though, I am just setting up, and as you heard Chris mention, I do think it's worth noting, the first thing he asked is, how much OBSEC does Kyle have? response was only 2 Beast Snagger boys. None of his Gretchen have OBSEC. There is a way to upgrade a single unit in your Orks. Get OBSEC, he has not. So what we're probably going to see then is Chris actually really try his best to pen in Goth pressure. Because the Necron Orks, as Sam said yesterday, the Orc secondaries are really easy to score, so they can often be hard to disrupt. So often the best example and how you do it sometimes is just by attempting where possible to deny their primers as much as you can. I'm really excited to see this game. I really want to see how Chris deals with it, because Orcs are a really tough matchup, and what we're proving from even round 1, we saw Goth pressure, is it can be a stat check list. I know Chris has played into Orcs a fair bit, but that doesn't mean that this will be a free game for him. It could be very different. Chris wants a few turns of free to build up to his assault doctrine, and then he wants to go. And Orcs are one of the few armies that can very reliably say on turn 2, they'll get in place. So it'll be interesting to see when Kyle wars, because that will dictate the pace of play, in my mind, a lot. And I'm really excited to see how that ends up going. I was about to say, we've got clearly a couple of Orc fans in the in the chat. Just Killer and Sub Hedgehog. Yeah, I must admit, I don't know if I'm being punished. As I said yesterday, Orcs are one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite faction in Warhammer. That doesn't mean they're terrible, it just means that I'm not personally a fan of them. So don't take that to be an absolute gospel, and the Australia Tabletop Wargaming Network will issue a statement later saying that all factions are considered amazing in our eyes, but that's just my own personal opinion. So I feel like I'm being punished being shown so many Orcs. I'm hoping, and I've got my money on Chris this game, hoping that he can take out the Orc Menace. I did just get an update on my tech. We've got a player mic down battery problem, so we'll fix that up for you as soon as possible. And in the meantime, I will be switching to the player mic that works, just to see how we're going, and then we'll go from there. So that won't take too long, won't be a second. And I will also do my best to get the secondaries of both players while I'm there. I'll have a whole bunch of information to talk to in just a moment.
I have a forward deploy. Commandos.
Have they actually down the bottom?
Sorry?
Are they
They're on the top because you're only touching the wall?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can't see them there because you're on the...
Oh, sorry, I thought when we said at the start, it was just if you're touching the wall.
So, yeah, so if you're touching the roof, so
Oh, okay.
you are currently touching the roof.
Right. So they'll go bottom then.
Wall is only if you're...
Okay.
So you can still...
Yeah, just bottom floor then.
No worries.
Yep, 10 down. Five scouts. Okay, that's down, that's down.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know he did. He'll come back again and ask in a few minutes. Alright, truck with Meganobs. Sorry? I won the defender roll off, and I was defender.
it goes. Skyclaws.
Kill rig 1.
I did it again.
Thank you.
Jack, the clip came off. Clip came off.
Sorry? Oh, okay.
Can't be right. Pete, do you remember how the clip goes on? Sorry? Do you remember how the clip goes on?
If we look at my one, goes on like that.
So your two kill rigs both there?
Yeah, both kill rigs there.
I promise I might mess it up again.
He's such an amateur at this, isn't he?
Exactly.
I was going to bring it in with it. Go for it.
For aggressors,
Ten Storm Boys just going in here.
yep.
Well, the tech priests inside Chris's microphone have been satiated for now. Toasters have been provided in compensation for Chris's mic hopefully working for the rest of the event, which is great. What we're going to go through now is the secondaries. I have finally been given them, and the players are just deploying and getting ready for turn 1. And we've got some really interesting choices coming out of both players. Chris is taking Assassination. He wants after all of those characters, it would seem. Assassinate is 3 points for every character Chris kills over the course of the game, and 4 points for the enemy Warlord, who I believe is... Let me double check that for everyone, just so that we all are on the same page. Enemy Warlord is indeed 1, 2, 3, 4... It doesn't seem to be declared. I believe it might be Gazgal by default, but I will double check that with Kyle momentarily, just to confirm. We've also seen Chris take what seems to rapidly become his default, or one of his default secondaries for this army. He has taken Shock Tactics. He does want to take those Orks off objectives, and as I said, I think that's going to be really critical to how he plays the game. So he might as well score 4 points every time he takes the Orks off an objective. He's also taken no prisoners. So Chris is setting up basically to play a game of kill every Ork on site and score as many points as humanly possible from the motion of doing so. Conversely, on Kyle's side, Chris is not playing Orks. That would be a good thing to double check. Chris is indeed playing Space Marines. So specifically Space Wolves, because they do have their own faction codex. Alright, let's move to player number 2 and Kyle's secondaries. Kyle has taken Green Tide. which is an Orc secondary. Basically, for every quarter of the board he has 10 or more models in at the end of his turn, he gets 10 points. Or he gets 1 point per quarter. He has also taken no prisoners, which is really interesting. So we're just going to see, thankfully what we're going to see is a nice bloody battle between some very melee Space Marines and some very angry Orcs. So I'm really keen to see how that plays out. Taking Green Tide for his secondary number 2. He's taken no prisoners. Good choice on this part. I think no prisoners is how this game is going to operate, and I think Orcs are basically just going to try and kill as much as humanly possible. And that third secondary is, it wouldn't be Orcs unless they were here to get the good bits. Get the good bits, for those that didn't see this round 2, or just to jog everyone's memory, is an action performed on any objective outside of your deployment zone. So in this mission, it's this one, and this one. Basically, if he does an action there, it completes at the start of his command phase, and he gets 4 points for it. If it's a unit of Gretchen completing the action, it completes at the end of his turn instead. So, a really good way of getting points once he's developed a bit of mid-board momentum to get those Gretchen up there. It will take him probably 2 to 3 turns to get them out there, and he does have to be careful with Skyclaws running around. It's really possible for Chris to actually just send straight after those Gretchen, which I will confirm where they're placed right momentarily, because I imagine we're going to see a unit push to there, but that is a really exposed objective for them. In fact, all 3 objectives are relatively exposed for Gretchen, so what he's going to have to do as Orcs, if he wants to get the good bits, is create a lot of mid-board pressure and concentrate the fighting around here and here to allow the Gretchen to sneak in and get the good bits. So I'm really keen to see how he scores this. This is actually a really difficult mission to score it, but it is such a good secondary for scoring that I think it's a really valid choice. So I'm going to switch back over to the players as they're deploying, just to see where everything's going and catch the insights of how we think the game is going to go, and hopefully we'll see a first turn roll-off soon.
Aggressors.
5 commandos.
Yeah, just make sure they're 9 from the scouts.
Yep.
So just need to be an inch back from the wall.
Done, man.
That is a squad.
Grab cannons.
Do you have any sniper rifles?
I have no snipers. Do you have any way to snipe characters?
Other than bomb squigs and target characters.
Yeah.
That's 12-inch, and then just
Smites.
just smite and frazzle 9 inches every enemy unit. We'll go Weird Boy.
Okay. Chaplain. He's going to pop up there. So what's the threat range on your war boss?
He's got 14-inch and then plus 6 inches for the advance and then charge.
Yep, okay, but he currently...
I haven't placed him yet.
Yeah, he can't really fit
No, he can go on this side.
there yet, or just behind. So the chaplain...
He can maybe go here.
That looks... I think that looks a little far forward.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got chaplain coming in just within 3 there. 3 of both. Dunk, dunk. Okay.
My last drop. He's going to be Warboss on bike, going just in here.
Yep. So let's put
the Judicia. We could come and smite him along top. Leave that. Judicia will go up here.
Yep.
And the captain. Do a similar thing. So let's go within 3 of both, and 6 of those, and those. 3 of both. Okay, so that's me done.
Yeah, man.
All right. Who is going first?
Ready for the all-important roll-off.
1.
5. Guess I'll go first. Good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck to you too. I'll go up to 1 CP. Oh, priority objectives. You have to hold this one.
Yes, and you have to hold this one.
Yep.
I went first. Done. I'm up to 4, you're up to 1 CP.
Yep.
So it's a 10-inch charge, that's fine. Alright, I'm not going to wild for my first turn.
Yep.
The Gretchen are just going to move forward here, not touching the corner of the building, but just moving forward.
Yep.
Storm Boys are just going to slightly move further forward.
Yep.
Just doing the shuffle. The kill rig's going to move.
Yep.
So it's going to go 12 inches down to 10, so here.
Yep. Are they 16 wounds?
16 wounds T8.
Yep. And ramshackle?
Ramshackle. This one's just going to move up like this.
Yep.
Gaz is going to advance. 5, so going 12 inches.
7 base, is he?
7 base. So 5 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it was 8, but no worries.
No, he gets +2 when Makar is nearby.
Okay.
So it'd be 9 inches there. These Storm Boys are going to advance. So on a 4+, they'll take a mortal wound.
Yep.
They take a mortal wound, so the knob will take 1 wound.
Yep.
And they're just going to move up to here.
Yep.
So this one, the one with the holding the 2 weapons like that, that's the knob.
Okay.
So he's got the wound on him. All right, these commandos are going to move forward 6 inches.
Yep.
Just there.
Yep.
Warboss is just going to move his inches up here.
Yep.
Here's one of your dice, man. All right, can I just have a look over here? Thank you. So there's one with a power claw. Oh, a power claw.
So in
Lightning
the
claw, sorry.
jump packs,
Yep.
so there's 1 Thunderhammer, 1 Power Fist, and then a bunch of chainswords, and there's 3 melter guns.
Yep. All right. So I have a 12, 15, 20 inch. So the truck's going to go 12.
Yep.
The guys are going to get out 3 inches.
Yep.
And then they're going to move 5.
Yep.
I'll just get the rest of the guys out.
Yep.
The Storm Boys are just going to move forward a little bit.
Yep, getting that
But not get-
going. Yep.
I'm just going to place them here just to make it easy.
Alright.
These guys are going to advance. 6. It's going up to here.
Yep.
Alright. That's it for the movement.
Yep.
So I'm going to go to Psychic. Don't know if there's anything I want to cast yet. I'm going to go for Fist of Gork. Goes off on a 7.
Yep.
Do you have any way to deny us in this game?
I do have a 1-2 strat. If you're within 12 of the unit, I can like go for a 2d6 bit, normal deny.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, not going to use that.
So plus 2 attacks, please strengthen the kill rig.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go to 4 Warpath on the Storm Boys.
Yep.
It doesn't fail on 5.
No worries.
I don't think I can see anything. No. Alright, so no shooting, because there's nothing to shoot. We're going to go straight to charges.
Yep.
So we got that one over there first.
Yep, so that was this one, was it?
Yep, into the,
So yeah, the infiltrators are sort of blocking everything.
yep, so it's to go into the infiltrators and then pile into the vets.
Yeah, even with the
If
hammer
I can
and
kill
stuff.
them. 6, 8.
Yep.
There. And then the commandos into the scouts.
Go for it.
So are we doing that cocked or?
That looks fine to me.
Yep, so 7.
You can re-roll it if you want though.
It's fine. I thought we'd decide now before we go any further in rolling.
Yeah, normally if it's like way up there, I'd re-roll, but just that's fine.
Yeah.
Or on the map's fine.
Yeah, no worries, man. So let's go. Like that?
Yep.
Alright, let's start with the Megadogs.
Yep, so remind me what they do.
So they have 3 attacks each because it's not WAR.
Yep.
So they'll have strength, hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Strength 10, 11 currently.
Enough, yep.
-3, flat 2.
Yep, go for it.
One, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 4s.
Yep.
6s explode because of Goffs.
They're knocked off.
Oh, sorry, you are correct. They're truck boys. So that is 7 attacks.
7 hits, yep.
7 hits, sorry. Winning on 2s.
Yep.
That is 7 at -3, 2 damage.
Ouch. Good wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping they would survive, and they do. Oh wow, only 3 go through. With the Helix Gauntlet, I ignore the first one.
Yeah, 4 6s will do that.
Yeah.
So can I have a look to see if I can fit one in the corner or not?
You can definitely fit one in the corner, just chuck them up top. But
Yep. And like that. Like that. Yep.
go for it.
Next one, it is 2 attacks and +1 for a chopper.
Yep.
On all of them now, we've got to do they can all go together because they're all winning on 3s.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. And I just need the knob. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s and +1 to wound because I'm touching cover.
That's good.
These ones are Goffs.
Yep, absolutely. Which is great.
And then 2s.
Yep.
That is 10 at -1.
Here's 8 of them. They're already dead.
That'll be it for me for turn 1.
Yeah, I'll just swing
After you
back
fight back, yep.
here. So 3, 3, 3 and 4. So just, yep. Hitting on 3s, I do get exploding 6s. 2,
T5.
5, so 5. 3 with no AP.
3 2-ups. They have more.
No worries. Don't have to take morale there. Is that the turn?
Yep, done man. So I
you-
score 2 for Green Tide.
Yep. You get your 3 for the bonus for
Yep. Audience
that,
and objective.
and no good bits just yet.
Did you get a good bit? Or
No, no good bits yet.
good bit? And just so I can tell Jack, which are the precious artifacts?
That one
That
and
one,
that
and
one.
that's for me. Okay, so I got the 2 CP. We got some command phase things to do. Okay, so 12, we get what's the save on Beast Maggers again?
4 up.
And 6 up in
6 up in bomb.
And 3 wounds?
3 wounds apiece.
Over here, if chat's listening, I made a big mistake putting my scouts against the wall. I should have put them an inch back. So you had to come to the other side. That would have been much better for me. I could probably aggressive. They have a 3-up save currently, do they?
They currently have 3 up into the fly.
Alright, so what we just saw was Kyle going first. Once again, player 2 on the stream seems to always go first, which is hilarious to me. Really conservative push from him that I really like. The kill rigs are moving forward. Everything's setting up for one of those grand war turns. Chris did make a really valid point there that obviously chat was listening, but just to reaffirm, he should put his scouts slightly further back to force all the Meganauts behind the wall. Because right now what he's done is basically left it so that they can hide a bit better down in this quarter here, down over there. It just means it's going to be harder for Chris to shift them, which is never an easy thing to do to begin with. So anything that makes that harder is always a pain. In terms of the mission, the tertiary is precious artifacts. Both players will score 3 points if they hold the objective on their half of the board nominated by their opponent. So for Kyle, I've got it listed in the purple down there. One out in cover that his truck is currently holding. Skyclaws look to be interrupting right now. And then for Chris, his objective is the one in the blue. So we're going to cut back to Chris's turn and see how things are going. See what his response is to the turn that just occurred.
You will go to the objective as well. We'll fall back with the infiltrators. Let's go. 6 back of his base does just clear. We'll pop over to here. So we'll actually just slink into this corner. Devastators. So we want shots there. So the cycling also wants to be out of range. He'll pop over there. That happening. That is very far up. Let's get some sky claws on the top.
Sorry, what was that?
Sky claws coming up the top.
Yep. Up to the very top where they are now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Devastators. So the angle onto this guy. Through there. So yeah, let's get 6. These guys racing through the window over there. Okay, then let's get out the scouts from here. Am I correct in thinking that he measures to the base?
He measures to the base.
Fantastic. So these fellas are just behind the Gretchen.
Yep, just behind the.
So you can go 18.
So that's the front of them there.
18, thanks.
Yep.
So let's keep these scouts. These scouts can pop a little forward. That's all right. Just down the bottom.
Yeah. Scouts are on the bottom floor, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you just put your finger about where that finishes? Thanks. I'll make sure I stay outside
Yep.
3 inches.
Does this still have the scouts inside?
No. Scouts just yeah, just around there.
Yeah, okay.
So definitely outside 3 of the kill ring. We'll go a little more this way. Make sure we get some shots of the stone boys. Fantastic. Let's get these aggressors. Nice spot.
How many of these could draw an angle on that guy?
So I think it's most of them. So, yeah, so that should be 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 guys. I think it should be the whole squad.
Okay.
Fine with all that. Okay, can you see? I don't think you can see that with anything really, can you?
If this is standing up properly. Well, let's just say no.
And I'll advance these infiltrators. Don't need to do any actions. Don't need to do any actions this time, do I? No. Advance the infiltrators, 3, so they go 9.
So what were you advancing?
Infiltrators.
Infiltrators.
I was just thinking hard about if I had to do any actions this time because
Yep.
there's been a lot of actions in the last few missions. So, by the way, this one is sticky with the Space Marine troops.
Yep.
You guys a little bit back.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, Chaplain is going to pop a little more in here, and Captain is going to go over here. Okay, so that's movement. Let's get shooting. So let's start with these guys into them.
Yep.
So let's go 3 melter guns, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Good start. Hitting on 3s. Good continuation. 3 neg 4s.
3 6-ups.
You got cover, I think. So 5.
Oh, 5 up. Sorry. 2.
D6 plus 2. So
1 dead. So let's go.
crack grenade, misses, 2 bolt pistols, 1 hit, doesn't wound. Then let's go the Judiciar's pistol in there on a 3. No. Then let's go for these guys. I am going to spend 1 command point to make them ignore modifiers for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
So let's put. Let's put 3 grav cannons. No, let's put all the grav cannons there and the cyclone missile launcher down there.
Done it.
Signum on the cyclone launcher.
Done, man.
So we'll start with that. So this will be on 2s because we're ignoring modifiers. And we're on 3s.
Nope.
Okay, and then grav cannons into the fellas. So hitting on 3s into the mega knobs. Wounding on 4s. That is 7 AP 4s.
These are going to be 5-ups.
Yep.
1 dead, 2 dead.
Yep, fantastic. And then we'll go use the Cherub and shoot the Cyclone Missile Launcher again downrange.
Yep.
2s and 3s. 1 wound, neg 3.
6 up involved. No.
D6, 4.
1 dead.
So that's those fellas shot. Just quickly chuck his guns into him.
Go for it, man.
Heavy Volta, 2 hit,
Over the dent.
1 hit, 1 wound, make 2.
Save.
2 easy, Cerberus, 3 shots, 1 hit, nothing. Then let's go into these Devastators here. So we're just going to put everything into Gaz. Let's put everything into Gaz.
One of the those Devastators?
Yep, these ones here. So Signum's on the Cyclone launcher, does that even matter? No, it doesn't. I'm hitting on 4s all round, so Grav Cannons. So 4s, reroll 1s for the Captain. Oh, that was good. And 5s to wound. He's toughness 6.
Tough 7.
5s to wound. That is 4 saves at -4.
4 up involved.
Yep.
Fail 1.
2 damage.
He's got 10 remaining.
Cyclone missile launcher.
Be able to check that beforehand.
Misses.
Yep.
I'll use the cherub on the missile launcher.
Yep. Like
One,
this.
rerolls 1s. No. Okay, disappointing, but 2 wounds is better than nothing. Let's go for the land speeder into Gaz.
Yep.
So,
-1.
yep, so 4s on Heavy Volta, and 5s. No, and Cerberus launcher, 5 shots. Boom, and 5. Nothing. Alright, so then let's go to these guys. Let's put the Grav Cannons. Don't need all of them. Can anything see Gaz from that unit?
Oh, you're right.
Not really. I have been a victim of this cord multiple times now. Alright, so that's a bit of a mess, but we'll figure that out at some point. Okay, can anything see Gaz? No. So let's go the Grav Cannons into the Commandos and the missile into the Kill Rig.
Go for it, man.
We'll put Signum on one of the Grav Cannons. That would be good, yeah. So Signum, Grav Cannon, Commandos, 3s re-rolling for the Chapter Master, and 4s.
Yep.
1.
And then the Commandos.
Yep.
What AP?
4.
So I have no save damage.
1 damage.
Take it on the knob.
Okay, and then the other guys. 4s re-rolling. And 4s, let's go that many. Oh, that's terrible.
It's fine, man.
Okay, so 4 more. Same thing, neg 4.
4 more. What neg? 4.
Neg 4. Yep.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks. So 1 left is there.
Yep.
And Cyclone launcher into the Kill Rig.
Yep.
So 4s re-rolling. And 4s to wounds. 2 wounds, neg 3.
So that's 6 ups. Fail both.
Damage is
1.
now cop it. 4 damage.
4 damage total is down to 12.
And I will cherub that Cyclone launcher. And see how we go. 1 hit, re-rolling, 1 hit, and wound, 1 wound, make 3.
Oh.
6 damage.
Right. Down to 6.
Alright. That's everyone's shot. Yeah, that's fine. So then let's get charging. Judicia will charge in there.
Go for it, man.
3, that'll do.
Yep.
It's easier than 4, so we'll go Just there, the Devastators will charge in. He's good. And go to here, and then they will charge that.
Go for it, man.
This cord is just a little long, but it's also a little short to stay in my pocket. I will do that in a second. I'm not very clever. So these guys go at 18 if they advance. So let's see if I can keep a guy. Let's go like there. There. And jump. So if you go. No, I won't worry about blocking that. I don't think it really matters. So I charge the land speeder. I guess I'll charge the land speeder down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stay on this side. Because it has to. Okay, so that's all my charges. So the Judicial will make him fight last.
Done, man.
So I'll kick off with him.
Go for
so
it.
it's
3 attacks?
3 attacks on the
Or
charge,
D3.
I think. So it's decent in combat. It's like the scouts are fighting. So it has the sort of weapon skill, but also strength of the scouts. So is it 3 or is it 3 base? Land, speeder, storm. 2 base, so 3 on the charge. It's on 3, so 2s with my chapter tactic. Good thing 2. And then strength 4, so
D5.
5s, 2 wounds, no AP.
So they're currently at a 4.
Yep.
Save both.
No worries. You didn't want to interrupt there, did you?
No, I'm good, man.
Let's go with all the regular guys first. So 2s on the charge. 2 6s, so 2 extra hits. 5s to wound. Just 2 neg 1s.
It should be, I've got to check it. It's either a 4 or a 5 up base. Four base, 2 neg 1, so 2 5 ups.
Yep.
Save 1, fail 1, it's got 9 wounds remaining.
Yep. Power fist will be on 3s. Just 1 hit. 1 wound at neg 4.
No save.
And 2 damage.
Ramshackle down to strength 8. Strength 8, yeah.
And hammer.
7.
3s. 1 extra hit. So yeah, 1 time these 3s to wounds. I'll pop that. Get 3 wounds and neg 2.
Yep, so it's guys, does it explode?
Yep.
No.
Alright, so the closest is the Mega Knob. So your 18 inches would be to just behind that dice. So if I can sort of try and impact that a little bit. Maybe that'll do something. And then let's see if the Judicial can do the damage.
Go for it, man.
Hits on 2s. 1 missed, 1 6. Strength 7, so 3s. 1 mortal wound and 2 neg 3s.
3 5 up, 2
2 5 up.
2 5 ups. Save 1, did 1 more wound.
2 damage and a mortal wound.
He's dead.
He closest over there. Can't really go far. These guys will just get more in cover. Then just morale on that one guy.
So I'm going to spend 2 secret order pass to hold the center.
Yep, sounds good. So, I got shock tactics for taking this.
Yep.
No assassination just yet. I get my 3 bonus for holding that one.
Yep.
And started on no prisoners. You will get 8 primaries.
Yep. Both going to command point.
Yep, I'll go up to 2.
I'm up to 4, you're up to 3.
2.
Oh, you spent one, have you?
Spent one somewhere.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll go into Tactical Doctrine. Next turn, I'm going to go into Assault.
Sounds good, man.
All right, so that concludes the end of turn 1, and interesting little turn. Chris is being very passive in terms of his move out, which I think is a very correct decision. Unfortunately, failed to kill a single commando down here, who did get auto pass on his morale. So that'll give 8 points for primary to the Orks, which is a huge little pickup there. Kyle getting a couple of extra points ahead early is always a win. That being said, Chris has not been outdone in his turn 1 secondary scoring. It's actually very rare, but it did happen this game. We got 4 points of shock tactics on turn 1, and he also did get 3 points for his precious artifact. So that is a really nice start from him. I'll be curious to see what the crackback looks like. Seeing as I've got a resident Orc player in the right now, odds on a war.
Oh, yeah. I think.
Yeah, so you heard it here first. We are calling a war. Now, I'm not going to do the line because I have Orks, but basically that's going to give an advanced charge, +1 strength combat, and +1 and a 5 up. That's the one that I always find most feeling Orks. So it's a really big turn, but what it's going to do is it's going to put Chris on a clock now. Chris is going to have to really crack back this turn because I expect a lot of Orks to just go in and start doing the namesake of the list, which is pressure. So we shall see. It's going to be a really interesting turn, and this will dictate kind of the pace of play and who has an advantage in this turn 1. Alright, so we'll cut back to the players, and we will see how his turn goes.
Is this the hull or to base?
Base.
Right?
Yeah, I'll get there. Just some of these very old sculpts are absolutely horrendous to try and get to stand up.
Yeah, okay. 10. Alright, they're then going to advance.
Yeah, on 2.
I'm on 4. They're going another 3 inches.
Still 4 with spending 2 for auto pass.
Yeah, so I spent the 2. I haven't spent anything else.
No worries.
So last turn, spent 2 for auto pass.
Yep, no
Started
worries.
on 3.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I call bar. I needed the invuln.
Not a very loud wah, but
Nah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. That's why I asked.
I don't know if it really counts if they can't hear it in the next room.
Chris is getting all philosophical with us, ladies and gentlemen. If an orc calls a war in the woods and no one is around to hear him, did he call a war at all? I'll pose that question to the chat because I didn't hear a war, so that's a very valid point. But we do know he did war, so 5 up involved, +1 attack, +1 strength, and advanced charge. So, very good point, Just Killer. Those snag boys coming out, they're probably going to charge the Storm and maybe try and tag the Devastators. Tagging the Devastators is an amazing idea half the time as well, just because there is a random amount of attacks in there. Just from in terms of tagging, like Thunderhammer on one, Power Fist on another. You can quickly lose like half a Beast Snagger squad if you're not careful. So yeah, and Cougar, you know. That's a valid point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pose that philosophically to Orc players of the future. But anyway, we'll cut back to the players as the movement keeps on. I just wanted to share that little bit of a tidbit.
Yeah, like they didn't used to be magnetized. Then when I started playing Death Watch, it's like I need to buy myself some magnets.
Yes.
This one's going to advance. Lots of low advances.
Right, I haven't been paying attention, but good to
Ah,
hear.
it's like 2 or 3 ones and
Right, ouch.
so 6 back. And then 4 forward. Warboss on bikes is going to come up to here. Commando is just going to fall back.
Yeah.
These Gretchen are going to move the 5 inches now because I moved them up last turn, and they're going to good bits here.
Sounds great.
Do you mind if I just lift this up to get them out?
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just go like
Yeah, bending it's good.
that. Not all of them are going out. There's 5 left in there.
What's their toughness and armor save?
They got their T3, 6 up, 7 up armor save, I think, but wire invuln. $18. Front guy's just going to go here. Front guy there.
Yep.
And I'm going to go around this way.
Sounds good.
Squig Hogs are going to advance. So they're going 12. So it'll be -2 to go in, so it'll just be going 10.
Yep.
So just to there. Squid Boy's going to advance. It's going 7. He's just going to go like here, like that. No. Where's he going to go? Too far for Gaz. He's just going to go behind the wall.
Yep.
Zagstruck. He's just going to just move his 14 here behind the war boss.
Did you roll for the mortal wound on those guys?
Oh, sorry, you are correct. Nope.
No worries.
These guys here, I've got to decide what I'm going to do with them. What have you got in combat-wise over here?
So this squad has got the Thunderhammer, the Power Fist, and just regular Marines.
Yep.
Then there's the Judiciar with his 5 attacks.
5 attacks hitting on.
Hitting on 2s, strength 7, neg 2 damage, 6 is to wound or immortal in addition.
I think I just got to go for it anyway. So you're going to advance. You're going to take a mortal.
Yep.
We had that dice there.
Yep. Ah.
Yeah, they're dropping and falling all over the place. Is there guys in here?
Yes.
Alright, they're just going to stay there.
Okay. It's going good. So again, this is where he's getting very aggressive. So he's playing Orks and he's charging at me, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I think I'm feeling okay at the moment, but we'll see how it goes.
Alright, ready to go to Psychic?
No worries.
Alright, let's start off with... how many models are in this unit?
6.
6. Alright, let's start off with that Devastator squad over there. We're going to cast Squiggly Curse from this kill rig.
Yep.
To go off on a 7.
Too easy.
So there's 6 models in the unit, you said?
Yep.
Roll 6 dice. Every 4 plus is a mortal.
Yep.
So you take 3 mortals.
3 mortals, okay, go in half, and then is that splash
Every
around?
enemy unit within 6 inches takes a mortal.
Okay, so let's go you and you. And then you. There's aggressors. As long as that's not the sergeant. Yep, you. And then the characters, so 6 and 5.
Are these within 6 inches of the unit?
Oh, right, yep. Yes. And is that in?
Yep.
Okay, so 1.
And I don't think the Vanguard vets are. They're way too high. Not Vanguard vets. Next we'll go with Smite.
Yep.
Go for an 8.
Yep.
2 mortal wounds.
To them?
I think they're the closest, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll let you.
10. Yeah, they're over a 10.
Yep, so you'll be dead and you'll be wounded.
Alright, so that was 1 guy died and a mortal wound travelled over.
Yep, so died.
Yep. This one here is going to go for the extra attack on the squig jaws and the mortal wounds.
Yep.
Fails, it's fine, and then he's going to go Smite, which will probably be them as well. Goes off on an 8.
Sorry, can he see these guys?
With the stuff over the top.
Yep, okay, go for it.
Just D3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
3 mortal wounds.
Yep, so let's do 1, 2, and 3.
Alright, that's it for my psychic phase. I'll just go into shooting.
Yep.
We're going to start with the word tower from the kill rig, down into the devastators back there.
Word tower to div sounds good.
Yep. So D3 shots.
Yep.
3 shots.
Yep.
They auto hit.
Okay.
Strength 9, so when you're into 2s.
Yep.
3 wounds at AP at 4 because of Great War.
Yep, so let's go. This guy's in cover on a 6. No. And then what's the damage?
D6.
How important's Terminator? He's pretty important. We'll go 2 more guys. 1 more goes through.
Yep. Next up, we'll do the word tower into these guys.
Yep.
3 shots.
Sounds good.
Wounding on 2s.
Yep.
3 wounds.
Same deal. They go through.
You taking these on normal guys?
Yep.
Shoot head 1 on 1 wound.
2.5 sounds good.
I have 3 sticker throwers to throw here. We'll throw to these guys.
Yep. Thought they might have only been 6-inch range. Is that?
At 12-inch range.
Okay.
Yep. So they're
2 of them would
2
be
would be negative, but they get +1 hit vehicles. So 2 are on 5s, 1's on 4.
Yep.
So 4 hits, 2 5s, 1 hit. So that, and then it's strength user, I believe, but let me check.
Just give it a roll, might not matter. Strip toughness 6.
Yeah, I'm strength 5.
Yeah, so.
But
Okay, so it does matter, no worries.
it's strength user. I'm currently strength 7, got a wire and goffs.
What's the AP?
AP 2 damage.
Yep, so
AP 1 2 damage.
Still, goes to 5 wounds. Running out of wound counters. You're going to have to kill some units for me.
Yeah. Same with these, they're going to throw their 3 stickers into the guys in front of them.
2.
Sorry, 2 stickers into the guys in front of them. So these ones are hitting on 5s. Both miss. Alright, I think that's all my shooting. Now we're going to go to charges.
Yep.
Let's start off with
Sounds good.
6 should get him in.
Should do. Yep. Yep.
We're going to spend 2 CP to get a 3d6 charge for the 10.
Sounds good.
Was it a 10? Is that just over his base or?
No, that's just short of his base.
Right. So 2 CP. Counter 2. 3d6 keyboard dice charge.
Yep.
7, 8, 9. So fail, but here we go. I get 3 rerolls. That makes it.
Yep. And so there's still beast snaggers in this one?
No, they got out here.
It's
Big snaggers in that one.
Yeah, and this one is on 6 wounds?
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
So it's in the middle bracket.
Yep.
Oh, here's one of those ones. All right, that's that charge there. It's a 9 to an 8. They need a 9. There's some scouts in there though. So I'm just trying to see how far it's gone, boys, to the scouts in here.
Yep. So let's measure. Where's my tape measure over here? So let's measure how far the scouts are from the front, and I'll get you to measure how far your guys are. So it looks like I am just over 4 back.
And I'm just over 4.
Okay, so 8 sounds good.
Yep. All right, so let's go. These guys into the Devastators first.
Devastators. That is something I'm considering. An Overwatch on. Wouldn't have interrupt CP then.
Yep.
You've got a 5 up invuln. Toughness 5.
T5.
No, go for it.
Yep. So need an 8. Got it?
Yep. Remember, I do have the 6-inch heroic in Fight Last available.
The Russ.
With Ross, yep.
But if you 6-inch heroic,
I can
there
only
you
do
won't be
one.
able to do it over there.
Yep.
Which is fine. I'm just making sure they're outside of normal heroic.
Yep.
So you have to spend the CP if you want to.
Sounds great.
The Storm Boys are going to go the 8 into the Scouts. They fail. Here we go. They fail.
Fantastic.
These guys are going to go the. So it's inside of an 8. So it's a 7 plus 2 to 9.
Yep.
So make it an 11.
All right.
You said you had guys in this one?
No.
Oh, no guys.
That's those guys there.
Okay.
Two left.
Yep. Just me making some mistakes. Just over here. They get it. And then these Storm Boys. You've got model there. So you'd have to, so you'd have to heroic engineering around.
Yep.
So I'm not going to get within that 3 there, so you'd have to spend the CP.
Remember his is within 3, so it's not just unit gauge.
Okay, yep.
So you could be back here now.
Yep. And it's the end of the charge phase you do that?
Start of the fight phase.
Start of the fight phase?
Yeah, heroic is end of the charge phase. Fight lasts the start of the fight.
Alright, so I'll do it, so I'll just have one guy in range and then piling.
Yep. That's
here
all,
we
all
go.
you have really.
8.
Yep.
So the one guy in range,
Yep.
and the rest will go here further out. That's the end of my charges.
Okay, so I will do it with the captain. So
Spend the CP?
0 CP on a character.
Oh, sorry, yep, you're correct.
Still can only do it once. So I'll just, get just within 1 inch of that fella.
Yep.
And then, I will
Fight last.
put the fight last there.
All right. So I'm going to start with. So you still have enough to interrupt?
Yep.
I'm going to start with the Squighog Boys.
Okay, so that was a pretty huge charge phase out of Orks, which is not to be unexpected on the turn that they were. However, I think there's a lot of hope to be said for any fans of the Space Wolves right now. We obviously had a couple of failed charges that were pretty important. So that is always good. Especially for Chris, he seemed pretty happy with it. And getting the Armor of Rust down here into that unit of Beast Snaggers will thin them down to the point where they probably don't inflict as much damage. And I dare say might even just take out. One of the things Orks are going to have to be really careful about right now, or hope that doesn't happen next turn, is hope these Squighogs actually manage to take on the Skyclaws, which they just did. And basically hope that Chris can't counterpunch, because after this, there's a lot of units being committed to this. Gaz making that charge is also pretty important. We'll see what Chris does. We'll cut back around, because this is the pivotal turn of the game, in my opinion.
Great. You do better. So, no, I'm not going to interrupt.
All right, no worries. I'll go with these guys next.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah. I'm good. Thanks, sir.
So there's 3, 6, 9, 10 of them, so that'll be 51 attacks. Oh, sorry, 41 attacks.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a lot of 20, a lot of 21.
Yep.
10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 21.
We better rush it a bit. Yeah, 21.
Hitting on
Sounds good.
3s, explode. So, whatever. 5 explodes.
Yep.
And then wounding you on 2s.
Yep.
Sorry, not 2s. These are only 6.
Yep. Okay.
3s. Five, 10, 14 at -1.
Okay, so is there a wounded guy? Yep, so dirt, dirt, and dirt. So let's go on the wounded guy. 4 ups. Terminator will take 2s.
He's dead.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah.
And then 4s. So yeah, don't bother rolling the rest.
Yep. I had another 20 attacks.
I was very much hoping they would live.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it'll just go like this. Not engagement range of him.
I'm not going to make you roll Gaz.
Oh, so I'll kill it. And does it explode? No. So without an inch into the commando, I didn't think you would be able to. Yeah. So you didn't interrupt, so you done a 1? Yep. So 1s and 2s? They're fine.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Going along, we got the kill rig. So at the end of his charge, he was meant to do mortal wounds. Is that all right? Otherwise, yeah. So on a 2+, he does D3. 2+, 2 mortal wounds. All right, we'll start with the butcher blade. So it's D6 attacks now instead of 6 attacks. 2 attacks plus 1 for war. So hitting on 3s because their weapon skill doesn't degrade. So 1 hit, but 1 extra hit. He's strength a lot, so 2s. 2 at AP, 2 damage.
So ignore the first one, but kills the next guy.
And then it's the savage hooves and horns.
Yep.
That's 1 miss, but 1 extra hit. It'll be 2s as well.
Yep.
That's 4 at AP, 2 damage.
Got him. Yep. And then do you want to quickly do the
Yep.
the speeder?
So there's 3 in that squad still. Yep. So 12 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
That's good enough. He's dead.
Yep.
Steve Lower. He does so 1 mortal.
1 to the Squeak Hogs and 1 to the Storm Boys.
Yeah, it's only 3 inches, so 1 hit the Gretchen.
Yep.
Okay. Then I will go with these Devastators. That's what we're up to, right?
Sorry?
We're up to the my
Yes,
first week.
yes. I don't think there's anything else.
I do get 6-inch pile-ins, so we will come around.
Oh, you have 16. Oh, from the chaplain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So sort of basing all of those guys.
You got it, man.
Is anyone wounded?
No one's wounded.
So hammer, 4's re-rolling. So chaplain 3 rolls. 2 extras.
Yep.
3s. Just 2.
2 AP. I'll come around here so I can make it easier.
Yeah, we do need to go a little bit faster. So
2 5-up invulns. Fail them both. 2 dead.
Fists, re-rolling. 1 miss, 1 extra hit. 2.
2 5-ups. 1 dead. So
Yeah.
it's 3 dead so far.
And then 3 regular guys, 3s, re-rolling. And 1 extra hit. And 5. 3 more.
3 5-ups. So no, so it's 6 dead in total.
Yep, sounds
Still
good.
4 alive.
And then we'll just.
So it's 1, 2, 4. And will that get you out or will that keep you in? Yep. Yeah, so you won't be able to fight? Yep. Oh, sorry. And then 6. So there's still 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 3s. 4 misses, 2 extra hits. And then winning in 3s. $12 at AP 1 damage. Yep. All right.
I'd love to keep on the players right now, but we seem to be having a couple more issues with the audio. I'm working on that right now, so hopefully that'll be resolved quickly. But I will run through a couple of thoughts here. This is a huge turn for Orks. They've killed a lot of Chris's army, and I'm a bit scared that he might be running out of stuff to crack back with, which is going to be really concerning for him game plan. This is a testament to how Goth Pressure plays. Look, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the army in general. But I think this is a really good example of its operating tactic and why it's such an efficient army. Is it has the capability going first to steamroll and pin you in and score really aggressively based on that. So I'm curious to see what Chris's crackback looks like. Obviously, getting that one fight last has helped. He's nearly taken out the entire unit of Beast Snagger boys, which will help limit the capabilities here. But we're going to have to see how it all operates and going forward.
Maybe
8. Okay, that's fine, man.
So 3 points
So
there.
there's 3 points for green.
How many for
and
good bits?
4 for good bits.
Yep. Okay, so my turn to get 8 primaries, go up to 2 CP. So I better hit you very, very hard. Very, very hard.
Threaten him at the event.
Sorry?
Not threaten him.
Check.
Okay, so we're going to go for bonus charge, definitely.
And I get 3 for the primary.
Yes, it's already gave that one. So let's go for chaplain, bonus to charges. Yep, and re-roll hits in combat. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so then we'll go for.
Just so you go back to green tide, you can't be within 3 inches of another table quarter.
We didn't count that one anyway.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
Okay,
It's all
that's
good.
fine. Yeah.
Chapter Master re-roll. Do you have anything? Oh, you got Zag Struck there?
Yeah.
Anything else?
And Warless and Bite.
Okay. And Chapter Master re-rolls will go on this Grav Cannon unit. Alright, then I might spend a command point, put someone in the Assault Doctrine. So the aggressors.
I currently have 3. At the bottom of round 2.
An extra exploding 6s, that would be nice. And guys in there, no guys.
Yep.
Okay, so AP doesn't matter, extra exploding 6s does. Not worth it. Not going to put anyone in the Assault Doctrine. Okay, so scouts, let's get them all over to here, closest to Gaz.
He's over 12 wounds, you wouldn't need to be closest to shoot him.
True. Then let's get these guys. They're not going to be able to melt to Gaz, but let's melt to that kill read. So 12 inches can get us to here. I'll probably put one up there, and then the other ones all within 6. Then these aggressors are just a little back from the wall, so they'll go 5.
It's the aggressors, yep.
Yeah. To here, this is going on 1. This guy is probably dead. Then let's go for Sky Claws. So we could make some advance and charge happen. Yeah, so you go through there, charge in there. I'd need to clear. So if I get like this direction, Chaplain could go 8 to there, and I need to go past that. 11 to there, and 9 to there, which is not a bad spot to have him.
Is that the chaplain for 20 inches?
Yeah, so advancing, you can't charge after
Yeah.
advancing, but Captain could do all that. So yeah, I will do that. So the Captain was 11 to there, another 9 to there. Then the Captain can go 21, so he'll go 7 to there. He won't even need to advance, he'll just pop on up to there. He may as well advance, because I need...
Alright, so let's just have a quick recap at the start of Chris's turn. That was a really rough turn for Chris. That's a lot of damage that got put on him by Orc charging. However, the Slim Hope for Space Wolves, or not Slim Hope, I think there's still a massive game in this, is that now all of the vehicles and stuff have been exposed. One of the tricks he's done with Assassinate here is he's kind of kept the characters, or the Kyle the Orc player has kept the characters back a bit, which may be to Chris's favour while he goes and mops up all the infantry, or as much as he can. Really important notes is the Sky Claws over here are going straight for those Gretchen, because he doesn't want to keep letting Kyle get the good bits for free. That's one of the easiest ways to lose the game, is let the Orcs get up on their secondaries. This and this and this are going to be a massive problem. Obviously, Chris held this. Smart move using Disembark to get the scouts out of the land speeder. So we'll see what happens. He currently holds that objective. Those scouts are inevitably going to move somewhere. They do have 2 multi-guns, so it's quite fun that they can put some hurt on something. Maybe even some of the characters, if there's characters back here. So I will get an update on where those characters are. But this, I have faith, is the important point. I have faith that Chris can do something, or if anyone could, I believe it to be him. So we're going to see going into this turn. He did manage to clear off a lot of beast snaggers down here, which is a good start. Just to stop the pressure. I really want to kill off these Orcs as quickly as possible. He doesn't want too many charges, because Kyle does have interrupt CP. And 10 boys interrupting anywhere will actually be really nasty. So he gets 1 fight last option, which seems to be up here with the armor of Russ on the bike cap. And then it's all going to come down to what happens this turn, I reckon. This is going to be that one great pivotal turn for Chris. The kill rigs as well are worth assassinate points, and this kill rig down here is wounded quite significantly. So he'll probably pick that up quite comfortably, if I'm being honest. And yeah, that's going to be 3 for that. No prisoners is going to tally up this turn, and we'll see how he does it. So I'll switch back to him. Just before I do, in the chat, Connor Kane, hello, welcome. Nerf 01, yeah. You're saying exactly what the case is. There were a lot of devils that. Got a bit unlucky on some saves, but that is one of the problems with the Orcs, is they just have such massive DPS output that you can just lose models, and you're forced to make a lot of attack rolls. And Chazakilla, yeah, stepped out for the great 20 minutes of charging Orcs. He made all but one of his charges, from what I understand, and a few of them were pretty long. We were talking about a 9-inch charge he made with the Squeak Hog Boys successfully. That was pretty rude. The kill rig nearly failed to charge in over down here, but successfully made it in. So we shall see. I'm going to leave it over to Chris to explain how he's going to get himself out of this mess.
Okay, so might go over here. Alright, so that's my movement, that's my reserves arrived. So let's get shooting. Let's kick off with some lovely scouts, seeing if they can be mean to Gaz.
Yeah, don't be mean to Gaz.
So 2 melter guns, 2 hits.
Yep.
1 wound.
AP4, so invuln. Fails.
Yep, does
Yep.
his damage. Cool.
Oh,
sorry, do you mind if I move these guys? I've got to move.
Oh, yeah, go for it, man.
Thanks.
He was on 10, so he's down to 6.
Then let's go into these guys, shooting the melters into the kill rig.
Go for it, man.
So we've got 5 melters. So one's not in melter range, hits, it doesn't wound. Ones that are, 3 hits, 1 wound.
5 up. Save it.
Okay, then we've got this squad here. We'll put the melter gun and the cyclone launcher into there, and the grav cannons into them.
Into these guys.
Those guys.
These guys, done.
So there's chapter mastered, so let's go the melter gun, hits, doesn't wound, the cyclone launcher, 2 hits, 1 wound,
AP.
2.
So 5, save it.
Damn. Grav cannons. Chapter Master. And 4s. 4 saves on your squigs.
AP.
3.
3, so 5 ups.
Yep.
Save 1.
Yep.
So
That'll
1
be
dice.
1 damage
Or
each.
1 damage kills, and then. Oh, I don't think the dice was meant to be on the middle guy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And then let's go for. But yeah, there's no guys inside, so it doesn't matter too much. I could kill it in combat. Let's go. Okay, so they can't shoot. The melter gun from the captain into the kill rig.
Done, man.
Hits. Doesn't wound. There's a melter gun in the scout squad. It'll go in, and the other guys into the storm boys.
Yep.
So melter gun hits. Wounds.
Fails.
D6. 4.
Got 2 left.
And then frag grenade into the storm boys. 4 shots. Let's do it over here. 3s and 5s. 1.
5 up. Fails.
And 2 bolt pistols. 1 hit. No wounds. Then we
take
will
one.
just charge him. So they're going to be fighting last. They're going to be fighting last. I need to start there though. How badly does he degrade on his bottom profile?
He's, so he goes down to strength 6 from strength 8.
Yep.
And he has these 3 attacks on his primary weapon.
Yep.
Instead of 6 attacks.
But it doesn't impact his.
Doesn't impact weapon skill. Yeah, just number of attacks and strength. I will still be winning on 2s.
Okay, so these guys will all go into them.
Which one, sorry?
The Storm Boys, so the aggressors into Storm Boys.
Okay.
So that is.
We have to move around your own guys, or?
Sorry?
So the aggressors into the Storm Boys?
Yeah.
What's the charge distance?
I'm shooting.
Oh, shooting, sorry, yes. Sorry, my bad, man.
You're right, so first 2 for the top guns.
Yep.
And 5s. 2.
2 5 ups. Save 1 dies.
And then 2 more.
1 more dies.
And then D6, so minimum 3, so 3, 6, 9, 14. So that's 12, 14. Fives, 3.
2 more die.
Yep.
That all shooting for that? Alright.
Yep, so that's them done. Other aggressors are all going to shoot into squig hogs. Yeah, other aggressors are all going to squig hogs.
Go for it, man.
Then that will be first half. These guys are not re-rolling anything. And 5s, 1.
1. Any AP on these?
AP 1, yeah, we're in
Okay,
tactical
so
doctrine.
5 up either way. Save it.
Come on, guys, you can do 5 damage, surely. 3.
Take 3.
Yep, and then 5d6 extras. 9, 12, 16. 1 more than this. Uh, 2.
He dies.
Okay, perfect. Chaplain into Storm Boys. He advanced. Those Skyclaws.
9.
3 melters.
Oh,
Cool. 3 bolt pistols. 5. Nothing. Those guys into Storm Boys.
Yep.
So melters. Reroll nothing. 1 in bomb.
1 dies.
And that's all I can shoot because they advanced. So that's. These guys will shoot over there.
Go for it, man.
So they'll get 6 shots. 6 is to hit auto wound. 1 auto wound. 2 saves.
And 1 die dies.
Okay, so that's all of that. Let's get charging. Let's start with the captain into the Storm Boys.
Yep, need like a 2. Yep, you're in.
So he'll pop over to there. Let's go scouts into both over there. So we're going to do the thing where we get an engagement range of both, but closer to, so we'll get half an inch, but even less there, and everyone will pile around him. Basically, everyone's going to swing into Gaz, and then going to pile away from Gaz. So he won't be able to swing back.
Yep.
And then let's go these guys into them. 9, yep, so it becomes an 11 with the chaplain. These guys into Gretchen.
Go for it, man.
I could charge the weird boy too. I won't, so I'll just go into Gretchen. 11. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So we've got to go into the kill rig. So let's go for. I'll go scouts into Storm Boys.
What CP are you currently at?
2.
2.
Then let's go aggressors into both. And then aggressors into kill rig. They'll just go there. The other ones will follow suit. Let's go Judicia in there. 9. Let's just pop him to there. These Storm Boys will go in. We'll go into your Storm Boys. Got a 9. And then these guys will go in. 11, perfect.
Getting all the charges you need.
Yes, I got what I needed this turn. So we're going to start with this. So that's everything. So we're fighting last on the Storm Boys and the Storm Boys.
Yep.
And then I'm going to start with the scouts. They're doing the thing, so they're within half an inch of Gaz, but closer to him.
Yep.
Everyone's he won't be able to swing.
Would that guy have been closer to Gaz, or would you have? Whatever you did it so that he wouldn't be. Yep.
Yeah, it's fairly simple. I'll have to have one not swinging, otherwise it won't work.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the pile-ins will run away from him.
Go for it, man.
So let's go with the hammer. That'll be hitting on 3s. That's 1 miss there, but 1 extra hit. 3s, 3 wounds, -2.
3 5-ups. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, takes his 3.
Sorry?
He can't die.
Sorry, yeah, he takes 3 out of 3.
And then so combat weapon, regular dude, so going to do 1 more. Got 1 extra hit, and 5, 3, 4. No AP.
4 2-ups. Takes 1 more.
Yep. 1, and then we'll pile away. We'll go into the cover here with that guy.
Yep.
Alright, do you want to interrupt? So we've got kill rig and Gretchen, I think.
Not base there. Alright, so I'm going to go for kill rig.
Yep.
Interrupt.
What's your CP now?
1.
1, too easy.
So I'm going to go. So these guys are closest to me. I'm going to go like that and base that guy.
Yep.
So I'm inside Gaz's range for reroll hits. So I'm going to start with my Savage Hooves and Horns.
Yep.
I get 4 attacks with those.
Yep.
So
I'm
hit it-
sorry, I'll transhuman here.
Yep. So, I'm sorry, before you transhuman, I'll tell you which order I'm splitting them. Oh, sorry.
All right, I thought you were just doing all
let's
there.
go all there.
Yep.
Yep. Transhuman. So you're down to 1.
Yep.
All right. With the piling, I don't think I got out of an inch. That's fine. All into this guy, 4. So it's 4 hits with an extra hit.
Yep.
So I'll be now winning you on 4s.
Yep.
That's 4 wounds at AP 2 flat 3.
Ooh. 3 down. Don't like that at all.
Now it'll be the D3 attacks plus 1 because of war.
Yep.
3 attacks. Same hits.
Yep.
Reroll everything that failed because of Gaz. That's extra hit there.
Yep.
And same thing. The 1 at AP 2 damage.
Takes 2 down to 1.
And then 4 Butcher Boys. Rerolling. That's 1 miss to there. 3 more at AP 1, 1 damage.
Pause. Just Sergeant left on 1.
Yep.
Okay, so that's him done, is it? So I'll go with him. So he'll get 5 on the charge. 3s with an extra hit from the 6.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
2 wounds.
5 ups. Fail.
2 damage.
Strength 8.
Yep. He will consolidate. Can't go that way, so he's fine where he is. So then let's pop over to the fellas here. Let's come around a little. Go the Lightning Claw first, hitting on 2s. 1 extra hit. 5s with rerolls. Just 1.
Fail.
And Power Swords. Oh, that's a lot of 1s. 1 extra hit. 4s. That's a lot of wounds though. 4, 8 saves.
Additional 6, I think.
Yep. Yeah, there's 6 guys in total. Okay, fantastic. Let's get them all into the dents. Judicia will activate and pop up to there. These guys will get into dents. Then let's go for the scouts. So we'll go the hammer first, so 3 attacks on 3s, rerolling for the chaplain, 2 extra hits, and 3s, cocked, 3 saves from the hammer.
Where's this?
On your storm boys there.
3 fails.
Yep, 2 combat weapons, 1 regular guy. Sorry, here's better. 2s, reroll 1s, 2 extras, 5s, 3. They're happy where they are. Let's go the Sky Claws now. I've got a 6-inch pile in. I'll come around a bit just with those guys there. So hammer, 3s rolling. 3 hits, 3s, 2 wounds, 2 from the hammer. Fist, re-rolling. 2 more. Yep, then chainsaw. Is that okay? Okay, so they'll do their 6-inch consolidate and go around to there. Then these guys, you've got a 5 up invuln. You're not obsessed. Can you do good bits if you don't hold it?
No, I have to hold it.
Okay, so I won't use any strats there. So let's go regular guys. Choose.
You should mulch them.
Yeah, the 5-up indolence sometimes. 3s to wound. That should be 9.
Four die.
As we said, 5-up indolence.
Yep.
Hammer, 1 extra hit. 2s. Good thing it's 2s, 4 wounds.
So 7 in total as well.
And the fists. Yeah, and 2s, 3 more.
1 left.
Okay, fantastic. They'll think about a consolidate. 3 inches. We'll just get some on some cover. Actually, we'll do that. Boom. Then I think we will be up to your squad. Just
Over there.
And you'd start with him. But yeah, you can do both of them.
Yeah.
Technically, if you started there, anyway, it doesn't matter. Where you go.
Well, no,
Oh yeah, you do start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
you have already fought there.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
So 3s, because that's what they're into. 2 misses but 1 extra hit. And then they are strength 5, 6, 7, so 3s.
Yep.
That is another 6 and 18, 1 damage.
Storm shields. Takes me 1. That's fine.
He's dead.
Dead. That's fine. And then 4s. Another guy dies. And then I'll swing the fist. We'll just get 2 attacks. Re-rolling with the chaplain. 1 extra hit. No extra hits. It's only when something charged. 3s. Nothing. And the grav cannon. Re-rolling. That was dropped. No. Chaplain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I didn't kill anything, so you just got your
Commando.
to go. Please don't kill the whole squad.
1, 3, reroll into the gas. An extra hit.
Yep.
And then, so it's,
Tough 4.
sorry, when I
Yeah.
pile and touch the cover.
I have already touched you.
Oh, you already touched me?
Yeah.
No worries. So just 3s then.
Yep.
That's 3 and AP1.
Okay, 5s. 2 left. No, I need 2 on the objective.
What's their leadership?
The leadership is 8.
They
So
can fail.
possible, yes. That would be a big deal. Any leadership to take? The Gretchen.
Yep, so anything but a 1. They fat pass.
Nice work. Scouts. All good. Can he fail losing 1 guy?
He lost, how many did he lose?
1.
So on a 6. No.
Okay, so that's everything. So I get 4 for shock tactics. Assassination, I get 3.
Yep.
Bonus, I get 3. And then you will get 4 primaries.
Yep.
And 2 CP, and I'll go into the assault doctrine.
Would you guys like me to count your no prisoners points while you're still going?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind, man.
That was a good shot. So he's still got.
No, there's 1 model
and
left.
a bunch of guys inside, like ready to get in. There, but he's still very scared. He's still very scary. Those guys. Scary guys.
3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
So this cord that I'm currently, it was not inside my shirt, it was outside my shirt, and it was hanging out a bit, and it caught on the corner of the tray, and it ripped it off the table.
Okay, so that was the end of Chris's turn, and as you might have caught just on the end of it, he did indeed say, and I don't disagree, that was a pretty good turn for him. I was pretty scared. I'm kind of chewing my fingernails over here for him, being like, oh no, things were going wrong. Involves were being passed, he wasn't getting the wounds through on the kill rig, had to charge it, and did lose 3 aggressors to the kill rig, which is a bit of a shame. Did a super smart thing in the middle by charging Gaz with the scouts and then piling out of combat. Basically what he did, because there's 2 units there, is one of them he put himself within an inch of Gaz to fulfill the charge, and then piled in outside of an inch of Gaz but closer to another model with his pile-in so that Gaz couldn't heroically intervene. Great play. And what he's actually doing here is quite smart. It's kind of locking in Gaz into the center of the board, which is fine for Kyle, but it does mean that Gaz either has to go around, he can't advance charge anymore, or he has to go up or down, which is quite clever. He would have obviously preferred to just go straight into there, but that one scout's holding as best he can against it. So I think that was a very clever move. In terms of the greater gameplay, obviously, I'm just going to update Chris's points now for everyone, so we'll run through them. Alright, 1 second, sorry. We got another 4 points for shock tactics, so 8 total. Chris got his 3 extra primary for precious artifacts. That'll put him to 14, not 13. And then, what else did we score? We scored 3 points for assassinate, for taking out the kill rig, because they are characters. And no prisoners is currently being counted up by the TO, just so that we have a loose idea of when no prisoners is attacked. So that'll put Chris to 25 before battle ready. And Kyle, at the start of his turn, got 4 primary. Chris did a really good job of denying primary that turn. Obviously, his no prisoners hasn't scored yet. He also did a massive thing up here by targeting the Gretchen. It means that he can't get the good bits up there for free. So this might be another turn where Kyle doesn't get the good bits effectively. As we can see, he's sending in his last unit of Storm Boys that were hiding up in that ruin. Basically, more meat for the meat grinder when it comes to Orks. That kill rig also disgorged its Beast Snagger Boys and is coming in. So what we're seeing now is pretty much wave number 2 of the Ork War. They're nowhere near as fast this turn. Losing advance and charge kind of sucks for them. And now they only have a 6-up invul. So if Chris can weather this turn relatively well, he may still be in an amazing position to come back next turn. Obviously, another really important thing to watch out for is this Judicar here has a Fight Last aura and can heroic 6 inches. And so can the captain that's standing up here. So that may, and that's for 0 CP as well because of Space Force, so that could be huge. Any unit can also heroic 3 if need be. So we're going to have to see how this turn pans out, but Chris is holding on as best he can, and I'm really curious to see how the game ends up winding. So we'll cut back to the players and see where we're at with Kyle's movement.
Alright, that's them, that's them. These guys are just going to come over a bit more this way. Weird Boy's going to advance. 3.
Feeling pretty good, but it's, you know, it's not easy.
What currently does the Chapter Master rerolls?
It was.
You got this card there.
Oh, sorry. It was Devastators. Yeah.
Devastators? Okay. Just gonna go. Sorry. He's just gonna go like that. Got to deal with that. Boss Zag's truck. Is there anything back here?
No.
You can just put a. And the wall boss on bike.
With the no prisoners.
one Gretchen in the corner there.
Yep.
All right, let's start. Psychic phase. So Fist of Gork
Yep.
goes off on a 9.
No worries.
And we're going to go Warpath on these guys.
Yep.
It fails on a 4.
Yep.
All right, next we're going to go Squiggly Curse with this one.
Yep.
Fails on a 5, and we're going to Smite. Goes off on a 5.
Yep.
3 mortal wounds.
Yep. So let's go.
All right, we're now going into shooting phase. I'm going to go the 10 into these guys.
Yep. Dense. Oh, you didn't advance yet. All good.
Advance, I wouldn't charge. No hit, dense. The 10 guys. So it would be 4 out of range.
Okay.
So 6 pistols.
Dense again.
3 hits. 2 wounds.
Good.
Alright, harpoon and water there.
Yep.
And we'll go. Actually, so let's go Gaz next.
Yep.
Gaz is going into these guys.
Yep.
15 shots.
Dense again.
So you get top 2 wounds.
Yep. Would be able to. Good.
Right. The spear and he's going to place the conscript.
Yep.
So we'll go with the conscript first.
Yep.
Has to go off. Misses.
Yep.
Alright. Guns.
Yep.
2 shots. Into the aggressor.
Yep.
4 hits. Those wounds. 2 with no AP.
Kills him. Yep.
We're going to go everything into this one.
Sounds good.
Alright, so let's start with the mortar. Basic shots, 1 shot. This is harpoon. This is laser eyes, 3 shots. 3 wounds.
AP 3 is it?
Another in Pragma.
Okay, still in that, so 3 go through.
First one, 5, 4, 1.
Okay, so 2 die.
Yep.
So I'd go 1, I'd take the sergeant, and the wound here.
I think that's all my shooting.
Sounds good.
Let's go next one, charges. Alright, guys into those guys.
Yep.
We're going to go squiggle into these guys.
Yep.
He's in.
Yep.
So we're going to that guy.
Yep.
Storm boys into these guys.
Thanks, Kerry. Thanks. Careful, that speeder. Yeah. Yep.
These guys into both.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. Easy. Front bunch, just chuck them in. Just measure the back view. me what Zagstrak does in combat?
He is strength 6 base, 8. Claws and war. Sorry, Cox and war.
Yep.
So, 6, 7 attacks at -3 to damage.
Yep, strength.
He has a 5-up feel no pain as well. So we're going to go with Zagstruck into the aggressors.
Yep.
Fails. Fails. Can you just check? Oh, I'll come around.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
I've actually seen my tape measure.
I think it might be out. I don't know.
That is super close. Can you just track me 9? It's very familiar with that one. So you rolled a 5, didn't you? You're in.
Yep. And then we're going to go Warboss on Warbike. Just to do these guys as well.
Yep.
10.
Too easy.
So he wants to go around this way. Do like that.
Yep.
Alright, that should be all my charges. Gaz, I've already rolled Gaz.
Yep.
Okay.
No heroics.
No heroics.
Yeah, I don't need you to roll any of this. Just tell me what order you're doing.
I think I've got to start Gaz.
Yep, start with Gaz. You don't need to roll him. It's
Yep.
fine.
Next, I'll go Zagstruck.
So I could interrupt
Oh,
here.
sorry, I thought, yeah.
I will. I've got 4. So, yeah, I'll spend my 2 to interrupt. So here's to Killer Claw.
Declare Claw, Brutal but Cunning.
Whoop. So let's go dun, dun. So let's put all our attacks into him.
Yep.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the sergeant. So they're hitting on 4s, only get +1 when I charge with double exploding 6s. All that
What's the second exploding 6 from?
So one from Space Wolves. And,
Oh, because they're in assault?
yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 3s.
T7, yep.
So that is 11.
5s. He's very dead.
Okay,
Now it's my spend my 2 CP to fight on death.
go for it. Oh, yeah.
Is there anything currently on the objective?
Yeah, so I've got one dude from
Devastator?
and it's sticky because of I had infiltrators on it,
Yeah.
so you won't be able to take
But
it.
it won't become contested?
No, if we both have a model on it, I keep it because I control it until you take it from me.
Okay. Still winning you on 2s. Yep, let's just do it.
Okay.
There's
Is it
what?
3 damage?
3 damage a pop. So you get that assassinate?
Yep. And I guess you'll activate him.
Yep, he'll just pile and consolidate into the building.
Yep. And then, yeah, what order do you want to do this in?
Yep. So we'll start with these guys, going into them and him.
Yep. So that's fine. I'll just take him now.
Yep. So I can go like that. And then he will just pile and consolidate. But it's going to go like that.
Yep.
Yep, that's fine. Alright, I think that's everything.
I will go with my guys there.
Yep.
So let's go to Power Fist. 4 hits. 3s, 2 wounds.
Save 1.
Yep. And then the other guy, just got to check it. I'll just roll it. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm in range. Yep, you got one guy.
One
left.
guy that's left. 4 hits.
Yep.
3 wounds, AP 1 damage. Sorry, 4 wounds, AP 1 damage.
1 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so take 1 on the grab cannon. Okay, I don't think I have to take any roll. Does he have to take a roll?
He might, because I've taken the knob already.
So green tide will be 2.
Yep, because I took the knob, I do. On 6, he'll fail. It's a 4.
Yep, no worries. Do you get 2 points for green tide?
Yep. So 1, 2.
No good bit. All right. My turn.
I get precious.
Yep. Yes. Then on my turn, I'll get 8 primaries.
Yep.
And I'll go up to 1 CP.
You got an assassinate.
Yep. So they're touching, he's not. Okay, we need to.
Do you currently have yourself at 680 for secondaries? Yeah, same as what I've got.
Use chapter masters, that sort of thing. Thanks. So let's go bonus to charges. Yes. Real hits in combat. Yes. Let's put chapter master re-rolls onto. So let's see. We'll have you guys go kill that. We might. Someone send there. Going to. And we'll put chapter master re-rolls onto these guys. So then let's move these guys. Let's get the. So you guys are going to kill them, hopefully. So let's get a couple of pistols lined up this way. And we're still in the last turn of the war, is that right?
Yes, I'm still on my 6 up in bone, last turn of war.
Then going to advance these guys, I think. Someone's got to do it, so. Actually, sorry, I'm just going to change that slightly. That unit that was here is going to come over here.
It's fine, man.
So these guys will move over to here.
Sorry?
I'll advance them. 5 gets them just to there. No, I can't advance them. Oh dear. Sorry, they're going to stay back.
Sorry?
Sorry, they're not advancing.
So where were they?
So we've got guys here,
Yep.
so 12. It's too late, they'll advance. I will have to move the captain that way. So these guys will come up. So that's all good. So the captain now has to go this way, which is not great. He can just kill him, I guess. The chaplain. Yeah, I can just leave him over there. So the captain will come
over to here, and the chaplain will too. How many CP? Are you on 1 CP
One
now?
CP.
Okay. Who's getting that guy? Sorry, we need some melters facing this way. Jump. Okay, so let's... No, that was going to gas, that's fine. Alright, so let's get shooting.
for it.
So let's go for the... and the Judicia. So I'm probably just going to kill the squig hog. Yep, alright.
Can you get an inch of him without the other 2 units?
Good point. Probably not, but
Okay.
it is what it is. Alright, so let's shoot these guys in here. So let's go Cyclone Missile Launcher. That'll be 3 since it's got the Signum.
Yep.
3s, 2 wounds.
2 5 up in box. Save 1.
5 damage.
5 feel no pains.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're doing just now is it's the end of turn 3, and we are starting to run out of time in the round. This has been a really long, a long game with a lot of movement and a lot of decision making. So they are running a bit close down on the clock. But the scores currently in reflect no prisoners at the end of at the start of turn 3, so they're not completely up to date. But they're the best estimation we have currently from the TO supervising. Chris has got 6 for assassination, taking out the war boss last turn, which was a really good play there, just to take him off the field. He did get to fight, but he had to spend 2 CP to fight on death. So both players will be on 1 CP, which is importantly a turn where all of a sudden neither of them can interrupt. And that being on Chris's turn is really important. So there's a little dance that they're both doing with CP, and it seems to be favouring Chris in that regard. Also in terms of primary, like Chris is denying primary as best he can, and I really like the decisions he's making. He's about to do the exact same thing in the midboard with the charge by the looks of things. Just to charge Gaz and tell him that he can't fight by piling out of the way. So that looks really clever. He's firmly taken his points for precious artifacts. He's just charging that one last Gretchen to take it off the field. And over here, he seems to be relatively conceding the Orc primary down there, which makes sense. Like, there's no point trying to clear off this unit. They're now a lot slower. The kill rig is pretty restricted, and he's just going after the remnants of the Orcs that were in his objective just to secure that up and make sure he doesn't lose it. So he'll probably get shock tactics in the middle, which is another huge boon. And we will see how his points end up coming out. The other thing is Good Bits has been denied relatively effectively throughout this game. So that's where we're starting to see a bit of that point swing coming out. And yeah, this is going to come a bit down to the wire, but Chris is doing a really, really good job of pinning in and taking the points he can and basically playing his own game irrespective of what the pressure the Goths are putting on them, which is really admirable. No, from a bit earlier, Gaz not swinging back seems to be like it's delaying the pain. Yeah, it is, but importantly, it's keeping Gaz stuck. Gaz can be a real pest of a menace, but telling Gaz what he can and can't engage is really important a lot of the time. So I really like that move. Obviously, thank you for your support, dudes. It's always a pleasure to put on streams like this, and I'm really glad that people are viewing. Like this is some of the best Australian like Warhammer stuff that we can get right now, especially in New South Wales. And we look forward to just keep to putting out more and more and more of this content for you guys, as long as you love it. So by all means, this is part of the job. This is why we love it. So keep watching and enjoy the show. We'll have the finals soon. I've got reports from the other 2 games. It looks like Alex's Admech are going to go down to Oliver's Votan. So it looks like Ollie will be one of the first of our 5-0 players who was on stream in round 3 against Jack Blanche. And then we have the winner of this game is another one, and the Eric Brody and Josh Brody game is really close. So there's still a lot up in the air as to who starts making the final cut and who's in grasping distance for the trophy. So there's a lot to play for right here. Speaking of, I'm going to head back to Chris for his combats.
So Chaplain here, re-rolling, 3s, yeah, mortal wounds plus other
He's
stuff.
dead.
So he's got a 6-inch consolidate display. That's not 6 inches. 6, we'll pop him over to there. So that will start with the grab cannon squad. So let's go for the hammer. So 3s re-rolling, so 4 extras. 3s, that is 6
6.
on Zagstruck.
Any, what AP?
AP 3,
He's
15
dead.
damage.
Thank you.
So they will hang there. I'll activate these guys, and they are happy there. Sorry, that was meant to be last. Do you mind if that's last, so he can pile in that way?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
I'm trying to rush very quickly
It's all
here.
good, man.
He's on 5.
I trust you would have done that first, so.
So then let's put 3 wounds. Let's go 3 attacks there, 2 attacks there.
Go for it, man.
Into the squig. 2 hits. Yep, so a mortal wound and 2 saves at -4.
He saved 1. What's the damage?
2 plus
Yeah,
the
he's
mortal
dead.
wound, and then 2 attacks into them. Boom, and mortal wound and 2 saves on the Storm Boys.
3 dead.
Then he will pile in, just touch you there, and then yeah, you can have some swings back.
I'm just going to fire them in.
Yep.
Also, this guy has to pile first. We'll go there.
Yep. Certainly no worries.
Alright, so it'll be 6 into you.
I got 9 more assassination, 3 bonus, 4 shock tactics.
6 plus.
I've got 13 overall for assassinate.
Do you mind if I just roll this?
Yep, go for it.
That is 13 at -1 damage.
4's dead. Okay, so maybe they have to take morale, I'm not sure.
The Storm Boys. 2 they won't fail.
No worries. So I got my 4 for shock tactics, I got 10, so 7 assassination then, plus 3 on your turn.
Yep.
Got 3 for bonus. Then you will get 8 primaries. And I got the 2 CP.
Alright. Both on to. Oh, you spent 1. So both on 2 CP?
Yep.
Yep. Alright. Alright, I'm going to. Bar's gone now?
Yep.
Move these guys back here. They're going to good fix.
Yep.
These guys are going to advance. There for next turn. Keurig just going to come back here.
Yep.
And he's going to deal with that.
Yep.
Weird Boy's going to advance. 5, so he's going 11 inches.
Run away.
All right. That's that. That's that. Storm Boys. So I gotta check this.
So let's just measure how far you are now.
I'm not going to go for that charge.
Okay, yep.
I just wanted to measure what it was.
Yep.
Then it's going to come back here.
Sounds good.
Oh, there's one more guy here, sorry. think that's it for movement.
Yep.
So let's go to psychic phase. So he's going to squiggly curse them.
Yep.
It does knock off on a 6 and smite them. Goes off on a 5.
I'll go for deny on that. Stop.
Yep. Okay, go to shooting.
Yep.
So word tower gets 1 shot now.
Yep.
Does wound.
Yep. Regular guy in cover is good.
You have one in cover. Oh, you got one guy in cover. Yeah. Harpoon. Misses. Sorry, do you want to quickly do him?
Yeah.
I just read he was there. Fist of Gorp.
Yep.
Goes off.
Yep.
And in case I need it, +1 attack on these guys.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, now the Harpoon miss and the mortar. 2 shots. No hits. Alright, let's go to charges. Just in there.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so we're going to start off with the Butcher Blades. 6 shots, 6 attacks, sorry. Hitting on 2s. Hitting on 3s. If it explode. And 2, 8, 9, 10, so 2s. 4 at AP 2 damage.
Yep, so we'll go regular guys.
Is that on 2s without wild?
Yes. No, yeah, so it's
He went to
strength
8
base,
hitting on.
+2 for the weapon itself. It'd be strength
He's winning on 2s, it's
11.
fine. He was hitting on 3s though, so you got 3 up +1.
Yep, so Savage Hooves and Horns.
Yep.
These ones are strength 8, 9,
Yep.
10.
2s to win, no worries.
1 miss. 3 more. AP 2, 3, flat 3.
Yep, so we'll go regular guy. I don't have time for this. Storm Shield, instead, other guy, AP2.
Yep, AP 2, flat 3.
So I've got the Sergeant left.
And then I've got 4 Butcher Boys.
Yep,
3 misses. 1 wound.
fine.
And he's just going to pile and consolidate.
Yep,
Sorry, yeah, consolidate.
I'll swing back. 5 hits.
Yep.
4s. 2, neg 4. Yeah, 4.
Save 1, flat 3.
2 damage.
Yeah, 2 damage, so he's got 14 left.
Yep, I got a morale check. We're up to morale, right?
Yep.
On him. 4 is
Yeah,
fail, he lost 5. So then, so for Green Tide you'll get 2, and then bonus you get 3. And hang on, are we on? What turn are we on?
Round 4.
And then good bits, nothing yet, but you're working on it.
Yep.
And then on my turn I'll get 8 primaries.
Yep.
And see how we go, 2 CP. So basically, I'm just going to take you off the objective and probably kill the kill rig. Chapter Master rerolls on himself, reroll hits in combat, +1 to wound in combat on himself. No. So he's just got reroll hits in combat. Chapter Master is going to advance, so it's like 4 inches to there. He's got 21, so he'll be able to make it round.
Yep, go for it.
With 4, boom. Boom. Chaplain is going to pop up 14. Boom. It's going to advance those scouts. 3. If 9 hides in there, I'll do it. Otherwise,
I'm
I'll
happy for it to be taken.
stay where they are. Then let's get.
-2. Oh no, not -2. Sorry.
I'll advance the Storm Boy. They're not Storm Boys. You have Storm Boys. 15. So your Storm Boys are there. Let's go outside. 20 of them, maybe. No, we'll go a little further up. And these guys will get the missile shooting. And these guys, I'll advance them to, they'll just pop over here. Alright, so let's shoot, I'll just shoot the Cyclone missile launcher in there.
Yep, go for it, man.
With a Cherub, so back to 3s. Signum, no wounds. One bother rolling, the other, I'll roll the Combi Melter. Hits, wounds,
Fail.
does 8 damage. Am I within
6?
Yep, within 6, no worries. Then
That was the gas, so I'll just set that.
Yep.
yeah, and then the chaplain will charge in.
Go for it.
No, I will
Fail.
CP that.
Yep.
And the captain,
Yep.
Alright, so then let's start with making you fight last. We'll start with the chaplain. 2s, re-rolling. 2 extras. 5s. 1 mortal and 2 saves.
That was on 1.
So 5 damage total because they're base 3 down to 2.
1.
Yep, cool. And then the captain will go 5 attacks. 2s re-rolling, 2 extras. 4s, let's roll this many. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we have 4 saves.
He's dead. I'm going to spend my 2 CP to fight on death.
Yep.
He's going to go in. The captain's injured, yes?
They 5 on the captain, 6 on the chaplain.
Everything into the captain?
Yep.
So, Saber-Tooth and Horns. 2 misses, 1 extra hit.
Yep.
So this will be strength.
Remember you're on top row, you're on bottom row.
Bottom broker, yeah. So I'm strength 6 base, 7, 8.
So 3s.
3 at AP, 2 flat 3.
So fails. He's dead.
Yep. And then I die. That's max assassinate.
Yep, no worries. So that's my turn done.
I should be.
So boom, I get shock tactics.
Yep.
I got my bonus. You will get 8. So you finish good bits for 4 more points.
Yep.
You'll get 8 primaries. And so, are you just good bitsing again, or are you gonna? Are you probably?
So I'll be good bitsing again, and I'll just be trying to get for another green tide point.
Yep.
I'll try and get some
you can
no prisoners.
Yep, no worries. So as a reasonably long charge.
Sorry?
I don't think we'll be able to play round 5.
Okay.
Just
It's been timed for like 3-4 minutes now.
All right.
just roll your charge.
You still won, I think.
Just roll your charge. See if you make it in. And then we'll talk it.
Okay.
We'll see if you make the charge.
Here
6 is a fail.
9?
9, it's a fail too. I made sure I was. Oh no. Yep, you'd make it.
Yep.
So you would be able to get a green tide point.
Yep. And
You'll kill.
just kill those.
You'll probably kill about half of them. I've got the storm shield.
7 of them there. Yeah.
So you'd get 3 points for green tide. How many good bits do you get there?
Another. And finished off to 6.
So 3, 6, 3 more bonus. So I'll be able to get
And precious artifact.
12. I don't need 12 primaries. So I'll get 8.
Yep.
8 primaries. I'll get 3 bonus.
No, it'll give them shock tactics if I do it.
I've already maxed shock tactics.
Sorry?
I've already maxed shock tactics. We just need my no prisoners count. Your no prisoners count is so it's we would have about 6 wins left there. 9 there, 15. Yeah, you'd be on 14 no pris.
So I have 10, 20, 30, 33, 7, 40. I have 40 wounds left. 40 wounds left over. So it's 11, 22, 33, 43, 53, 63, 72. 22,
Just making sure we forget all the no prisoners, you know?
32, 41, 50.
Alright, so while that's happening, I'll just take over ever so slightly. They're just counting up the no prisoners at the end of the game, which is completely fair. And it's safe to say, from an observer's perspective, that Chris has managed to pull it all off. He has successfully, shall we say, he's successfully weathered the green tide and managed to avoid getting pinned in by the golf pressure in some very clever ways. And his secondaries paid off. Once again, he's proving that he's a bit of a master of the old shock tactics. The assassinate was a great play. Taking out the weird boy in the corner was pretty cool. Some scouts by the looks of things. And it appears that they're shaking. We'll have some final scores in a moment. I'd love to get Chris to talk about it. He might come in and have a chat. But we'll see, because it looks like he will be advancing to our final game. Paco the Echo-Vendor, thank you for following the channel, and Connor Keane earlier, I haven't forgotten you. Thank you also for following. And Mr. LR Jones as well, thank you for following. Great to see everyone here. Get really excited, because we're only maybe about, it looks like we're only about 10 minutes away or so from our final round, which will be the top table with any luck. We've just got to approve with a couple of the players. Normally we would say that they have to go on because it's the final round, but with WTC coming up, and Dude Snoney, thank you for following as well. Yeah, normally we would definitely always show the top table, but with WTC and ATC coming up, there is a bit of a discussion about not letting people see lists. So many follows. Degira, I think that is. You'll have to forgive me on the name pronunciations. Thank you for following as well. And yeah, so we're just waiting on the final scores to come into me, but it looks like a safe victory from Chris. I'm pretty confident throughout the game he's going to get 45 primary. It's just going to come down to his no prisoners, which I'm going to assume he's going to be sitting somewhere around 11. If I were a gambling man, let's put it at that for the moment. Which 11 is impossible on no prisoners, actually, now that I think about it. It's 12. Once you get to 100 models, you get 2 extra points, so can't actually score 11 on no prisoners, funnily enough, that I'm aware of. And yeah, on the Ork side as well, we'll just finish up a couple of things. We're going to get the good bits, probably stay at 8. Green Tide get 1 point for that corner flank, and no prisoners again will calculate up momentarily. He follows. Filtrophobe, thank you for following. And yeah, we will see. How many primary? If I had to say as well, he'd get another 4 on the last turn of the game, putting him to 32, and then an additional 3 for his precious artifacts. If that were the case, we'd be sitting on 58, so 68 as a total. Again, I'm going to assume the no prisoner count goes to. It's hard to say with 8. I'm going to put it to 10, and we will see. So that would put it to a 70-point game. If I'm doing my maths properly, yep, 70 points for the Orks, and Chris is, if my maths is correct, which it sometimes isn't, so we'll wait on that final score before I absolutely guarantee it, is staring at a 97. Massive game though. As someone who's known Chris a while, and as someone who's seen him play, that looked like a pretty shaky turn. That looked like turn 2 he was in a bit of trouble. He did a pretty good job screening and making sure that his important units were alive and well and ready to go, but it still did look very scary. So I'm curious to see what everyone's opinions are. Obviously, really nice dualism that we got to see just there. Obviously, we got to see Orks twice today. Very similar lists. We got to see one of them that got on top of Drakari, and then we got to actually see what happens with a matchup where the kill rigs and stuff can be contested. One of the great things about the match is you really need to get on top of those kill rigs. And there's a lot of things in the game that have similar profiles that if you can't challenge them, you will just get run over. So I'm just going to go double check on those scores really quickly. But that looks to be it. Safe to say Chris has won. And from what I understand of the final bracket, that's going to leave... I'm going to pull up everyone who's in and around the top and just double check where the placings are at while we're talking about it. So placings at the end of round 5 are as follows, ladies and gentlemen. In first place, we have Eric Lathuris, having dropped 5 points over his 5 rounds so far at 495 battle points. In second place, we have Chris Wright. All right. Okay, so, and Chris Wright in second place. Oliver Johnson did actually take out Alex Anglesios with his AdMech, so he's in third place, playing down into what appears to be Kyle Pearson, who's in fourth place currently. And in fifth place, William Wykov, who won his last game with 100 points. So there's a lot to play for in terms of placing right now. If Oliver can actually win his game, he will come second at the event, being another uncontested 6-0. unless Eric somehow loses a lot of points, in which case he could even come first. So there's a lot to play for placing-wise in the bottom tables, and we'll definitely keep updates. We're going to take a quick break, but those are the final scores coming in for the round. Chris actually only got 96 points, and I will double-check with Kyle. Kyle got 93 in the end. My apologies. So it was a very close game in the end. Must have missed some green tide points myself and some get the good bits. So yeah, really close game. Only 3 points in it. That's a massive game to watch. So another really close game on the screen. Hopefully our next one is. In the meantime, we're going to take a very quick break, only a couple of minutes, just while we get the stream set up for round 5. And we will be back really, really shortly. So stay tuned for the finals of the Down Under 40k Major.